Hey, what's up, guys? I'm doing this per a user's request, and I think it's a pretty good idea. Basically, just to watch someone else's gameplay and tell them after the fact what I think they could have done better. But here we are watching Clawyer27, a good buddy of mine, and yeah, so here we go. Captures the opening flag, pretty pretty standard fare. These are flat jacket here is a good choice. If you're going for a B flag right off the bat, if you're initial spawn, then definitely run a flat jacket is a good idea. So everything up to this point I think is a good move. That's a pretty traditional spot there that he's posted up in. If it wasn't already obvious to you, it's a good spot because he can cap it from right here, and he's also behind this cover as well. So pretty no-brainer stuff. Now at this point, I would probably consider trying to move up. Staying right there, like to me, is just kind of, I don't know, boring maybe. And plus, like, I tend to be a lot more aggressive when I play, so I'll probably try to push up to like right here first. Once I'm up here, I'll probably throw a stun grenade up into this little pathway right there, and I'll probably try to turn on him, like maybe jump around the corner, and then maybe that noob right there, sniffing Leon, would kill me, but that's what I'd be doing. I'd be trying to push it up a little bit. So this is one area where I think that me and his playstyles might be different. Picking up the SMG there, especially a silenced SMG, is a good idea. It gives them the freedom, to battle people in close quarters and not alert the enemies that way. So I would say right here, once he pushed up through here, the engagements he's going to get in will tend to be more long range. So instead of like keeping the AK-74U equipped right there, I probably would swap to my I think he had a FAMAS. Yeah, I would switch to the FAMAS at that point, because your engagements will tend to be more long range, more mid range. So I would have done that differently, but not in the world to not have a FAMAS equipped. Yeah, right there, I'll definitely switch to the FAMAS. It's good to have suppressor on, but I mean that it's really outmatched at that range. The FAMAS or the I guess we're really outmatched at that range. So just kind of rewind that real quick. Let's see. Okay, now right there is a good ideal range for it. But at this point, I mean, this sight line right here that he's looking at, you're definitely going to have some range, man. There's always going to be dudes. If they're over here at A flag in the ruins, there's going to be dudes over here, roughly, and typically there'll be some ghost noob right here too sometimes. But in any case, you're going to want to have some range, and we already know what he does here. He pushes up and he dies, But what I'll do if I were him is switch to the AR that he has and post up behind here first, and just look down this sight line right here, and then from there get on the side of this building, assuming it's clear, and push up this way, and then once he gets up to here, just kind of turn around that corner, and look down that way. So just going cover to cover, pretty no-brainer stuff. Once he gets to that point and it's clear, he can look down the sight, maybe throw a stun grenade over there, and after that, I would push up to right here. This is a really good spot if they're spawning at A ruins or the A flag. You can push up behind this little box here, and it's pretty much a head glitch. They can only see like the top of your head, so you can like look at that angle. You can look towards that way. Sometimes people like to post up behind this little wall right here. I think I saw a dude over here somewhere. Yeah, see, they're gonna be spawn over here and either come around through here or just come through this general area. Maybe go around this area right here. So anyway, we'll let the game progress a little bit. Okay, so they spawn back at C flag. What I typically do is you can see his radar right now. There's enemies towards A flag spawn. Most of them are pretty pushed, pretty much pushed back far into their spawn, so he's going to know whatever direction he wants. But I don't know, in my case, I usually run through here and try to push that from B hut outward. I'll get into that here in a little bit, but I definitely wouldn't go this way. There's no real good reason to come through here. As far as building up a kill streak goes, there's no good reason to come through here. Like maybe if you want to cap B, but we already have B, and this whole kind of underbelly of the map is it's well, to me it's there's no advantage to coming through here. Like, let's say, for example, you turn this corner, right? Right here, there's no cover at all. You've got low ground. If there's enemies up here, for example, then they're going to be able to stun you, grenade you, shoot you. They'll have cover, and you'll have nothing, And like I said, we already have B, so he already had B flag, so I'm not sure why you would, come down this way. But anyway. This is a good choice right here to come back up here. He sees that his teammate is over there at B hut already, and this area is clear. So he knows he's good to push up. Now, one thing I would have done differently right there is he sees now that two of his teammates have just now died right there. And instead of trying to engage any enemies that are in this area, he turns back that way. What I would have done here would be to throw a stun grenade in this little clearing right here, and ideally it would have flashed this noob right here, Rob Quizzy TXX91. And at that point, if he didn't get a hit marker, if he did not get a hit marker, then he'd know that he's good to step over here and kind of walk along this platform and just kind of look out that way and see if there's anyone to shoot at. Or if he did get a hit marker, he could just drop down and kill anybody that's through this little area right here, and then push up into their spawn and try to build a kill streak or something. At least that's what I would do. All right, now clearly there's some enemies around this corner, so what I'll do here is ideally what I would do is probably try to get back behind this cover right here, just like throw a stun grenade, or I'm sorry, a flash grenade in this case, about right here, and then go back right here, and then push up just a little bit, just right here. And usually when there's noobs in this area right here, this little clearing, what I'll do is I'll try to ricochet either a stun grenade or a flash grenade off this little rock right here. It'll bounce off that, and then usually land right over here, which is pretty much exactly where you want it to land, And at that point, I'll try to turn on them. But there's really not much wrong they did there, like just kind of covering his teammate that way, where he came around this way. He saw his teammate was already there, and well, actually, I take that back. Since his teammate is at this angle right here, when the enemy's coming around, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to scan this way and scan over in this direction right here. And so he'll be the first enemy in their line of sight when they try to turn on him. So, given the fact that's the case, and the fact that Moose Balls 14 really isn't covering that angle that well, I would have tried to, like I said, get behind this piece of cover and throw a flash grenade, and then turn and just go from there. Try to flash them, and if that's clear, then like I said, try to bang a flash grenade off this rock right here. I'm sorry this is extremely boring, but that's what I think I would have done. Anytime you don't have an advantageous angle on somebody, like in this case, Clawyer has no cover at all. There's no cover whatsoever here. So if you saw enemies coming around from this direction right here, I would have either done what I've been saying 2 times over, which is to try to flash it and clear, flash and clear, or like what you see Badger is doing right here. He's posted up right here behind this cover, and he can just crouch real quick, and then he'll have a great angle, and then he'll be behind cover, and he'll be horoscoped in on where they're coming around the corner instead of being kind of left out in the open like Clawyer is. So that's one thing I would have done differently right there. Again, he could have backed away there and thrown a flash grenade and cleared it, but he didn't. So I would have done that differently personally. Now instead of running willy-nilly around this corner, I would have kind of stay back here because there's very often there'll be traffic coming through here. There's a ton of traffic up in this ruin right here, and oftentimes coming around through here too. So I probably would have flashed it, thrown a flash grenade or a stun grenade right there. So another thing too is failing that. Instead of like just kind of walking around here, just casually walking around this corner, I would usually take a route that runs more like this. I would come around this corner and strafe this way and kind of kept everything in front of me isolated, because that way when they're coming around this corner, when an enemy's coming around this corner, they're gonna be looking this way first and probably stay focused that way, because anytime they are coming around a corner, they will tend to be focused on the area where there's most likely to be an enemy. So if Clawyer is right here, for example, instead of like right here, they have to react to that. Whereas if he's right here, they're kind of out in the open. He's kind of out in the open for them to see and respond to a little bit more easily. So I try to isolate your angles and just take, you know what I'm saying? Just try to isolate yourself and try to come at angles where the enemy won't be expecting you as much. So I would probably come around the corner this way. And another thing I would do is, like, before walking out here like this, where he's really visible to these ruins, these little spots here in the ruins that people like to post up at, I probably would have posted up behind this little mountain here, and you can hard scope around this corner, and all we'll be able to see is like maybe like your upper body, your upper chest, or whatever. You can kind of check right here real quick. Wait, sorry, hang on a minute. Yeah, okay. So you can like aim down your sights right here real quick and aim down that way to make sure there's no enemies up there. And then you're usually good to progress forward. So we'll see what Clawyer does here. Alright, the accuracy is probably a little bit off there. Let's get in slow motion here real quick. I'm trying to think what I could suggest here to improve his accuracy. And I guess I'd have to know what sensitivity Clawyer plays on to really give any good advice that way, but another thing to take into account too here is that this is a theater mode, so he might have been dead on accurate in his actual screen, but sometimes in theater mode it'll look laggy and it'll make his aim look bad that way. But let's see one more time real quick. What is his aim? Right here. What I usually do is like anticipate if I'm trying to line up a shot on somebody. In the case of this ghost noob right here, it looks like he is tending towards this area right here, towards walking this way. So I would try to anticipate that angle, that direction he's going to take, and instead of like aiming towards the left like he's got right here, I would anticipate him coming towards me and towards this clearing that I'm standing in. What that means is that if it does happen where he's coming towards me and he's trying to make a push to where I'm at, then at least I've got that direction covered. So it could happen where if you try to aim more to the right and more in front of him, like he's coming towards you, it could work out where best case scenario is like, of course, you kill him, and worst case scenario is that he pulls back and like rolls over towards the left. In which case you can either pull back and reload or jump out and fire the remainder of your clip into the guy. But yeah. Okay, right here, instead of like just barreling around the corner like that, I would have, you'll see, if you ever watch the videos of Sandy Ravage, what you'll see him do a lot is like, as soon as he turns a corner, as soon as he's barely exposed, he will like anticipate the angles that an enemy might be at. In this case, there's oftentimes going to be an enemy right up through in this little clearing right here, looking down that that pathway. Hang on just a minute. Okay. Yeah, instead of just like coming around this corner like this and then running, mid sprint and then looking for enemies, I would start walking. As soon as I got this little corner right here, I would just start walking, and then as soon as I turn the corner that way, I would press the left trigger and try to aim down the scope to make sure there's no one posted up in this clearing right here first. Sometimes there'll be dudes right here. If he's posted up like this behind these barrels right here, you're in a real bad spot that way. So you always want to be kind of weary of that. You never want to be caught mid sprint. Looking for enemies. You always want to be at worst case scenario to have your just be walking around ready to aim down the sights if you need to. I hope that makes sense. So see what he does here. Okay, now right here, he sees the dude right there, and he's got 2 flash grenades still. So at this point, once he is behind this clearing, and he obviously hasn't noticed Clawyer at this point, and right here you hear bullets coming out of the dude's gun, and given the fact that he's using a light machine gun, he's probably pretty much intent on posting up behind this this box. So I would have tried throwing a flash grenade right there, and maybe stun him that way, and then turn on him, just run, rush him, and then shoot him. But this is a good move right here, posted up behind those 2 little barrels there. I will say it right here. He's a okay, never mind. Yeah, he's good right there. And right here, I think he fails to notice that his teammate has just now died over there to his left. So he's checked over there real quick. Now on his radar, you can see there's a couple more dots in that villa there. So once he engages this dude, whether he kills him or not, he should be ready to bail if he needs to. Or if he does kill this guy, then check that angle to his left, because his teammates will see, the enemy's teammates will notice that this dude is already posted up on this corner. This is a real popular angle right here. They will note, chances are that if they're halfway decent, they'll notice that. And so, knowing now that there are enemies on the radar in the villa, and knowing this dude is right here, you've got a little bit of time to engage him and not have to worry about being flanked or being caught from the side. So once Clawyer finishes this guy right here, being posted like that for a little bit is fine. But you can see here that Clawyer has a shot lined up on this little this box right here. What I'll do differently though is I would probably stand back a little bit so that my left side is not exposed to that little area right there, because they can't see your head, from that angle. So I'll probably try to pull back just a little bit. And again, this goes back to isolating your angles and making sure that you are, you have all your angles covered, I guess. So I would aim down the sides just like he's doing right here on this box, but I would pull back just a little bit so I'm not exposed to the left side. So he kills this guy, and you can hear the gunshots going off to your left, and this game has a bit of a lag where once your teammate dies, if you look in the top left corner, there was a ghost teammate he just had that passed by him to his left, and you can see that there's no movement at all, and there just now been gunshots over there. When you're in the middle of a gunfight and you're battling somebody, you don't just stand there perfectly still while you reload your gun. You keep moving, And given the fact that his teammate is no longer moving, if we slow it down here, he's not moving at all. That means that he just now died. You can also look at the kill feed and see that if you heard the machine gun fire, it sounded like a heavy machine gun. And if you look at the kill feed, you can see that one of the enemies just now won a battle. You can see 2 red names there. It's always good to keep an eye on the kill feed. If you see that enemies are winning battles, that means that in this case right here, that pretty clear the dude that's coming to his left had just now killed his teammate. So I would immediately, after I killed that dude, and we were already kind of planning on this before, but now that Clawyer's already killed this guy, I would immediately try to look to the left and try to focus on this area right here. So he pulls out his Strela. Okay, I guess he picked up a different weapon there. But yeah, so he did more or less the perfectly right thing, so that's good. Right here, you can see that there's some enemies winning the battles, and he can see his teammate coming back towards him. That's actually me there, coming back towards him, meaning that I've probably already looked around through there. There's a bunch of green arrows on the map already over there in that direction. So at this point, you can see on his mini map that there's a little green plus sign, meaning that a second chance noob has gone down. And between the fact there's some kill feed stuff going on the left side in favor of the enemy, and the fact that you can hear like the silenced weapon going off, chances are that there's enemies spawning back there at A, since Clawyer's team has all the flags triple capped right now, so where they're going to spawn is kind of up in the air, but you can definitely see that a second chance guy's been put down, so he should be turning around right now, and he does there, so that's good, I guess. Right here he gets the Huey. Now instead of sitting right there, my guess is there's going to be traffic coming from back here, behind here, or back here. I'd say the safest place to cap B from in this current situation, looking at his mini map, you can see that his team is kind of all over the map. Right now I think they just now been battling some people over at C flag. But in this case, what I would do is instead of trying to cap it right here, I would cap it from right here and probably lay prone. Because sometimes you're kind of hard to notice laying prone right here instead of just crouching right here is what I would do. Probably try to lay prone right here. The only real angle you have to worry about when you're posted up and laying prone right here and capping B in this little clearing right here is someone post up on top of C rock. So that's what I would do, but we'll see what happens here. Also, another thing to keep in mind too is that he has just now gotten his 9 kill streak for the chopper, and I'm not sure if he's running dogs or not. But in the event that he is, I think you're allowed to be a little bit selfish when you got a 9 kill streak. So it's pretty nice and altruistic on his part right here to be capping B. But if he is running dogs, then I would probably try to focus on continuing that kill streak rather than capping an objective. And I would imagine, honestly, the better player probably would have got him there. So I'm going to go and say that he got kind of lucky there, which there is nothing wrong with anyway. But also, I'm not sure if he's interested in staying alive after he completes his chopper gunner, if he kind of wants to die so that he can build up on his next kill streak. But if you're looking to call a chopper gunner right then, he could have like posted up in this spot right here. This little corner right here is extremely well hidden, and all he has to do is just like crouch into this corner right here, and he would have been protected in case someone comes around here, because chances are he's going to die by the time that chopper's done. We'll see what happens anyway, but yeah. Alright, going back to the chopper gunner, you can see that there's quite a few red squares spawning on C flag. They're all kind of through this area right here. They're about to be. They're going to be coming off spawn and rushing through this little bridge right here, coming through this clearing right here, and going around towards the A hut over there. So what he can do, knowing that they're posted up over here, look at these red squares. He already knows where to call his napalm. And once he gets out of this chopper, he can immediately call his napalm right here and just call it along this strip. Anytime there's spawn a C flag, this is a great spot to put it. Is just through this little area right here, coming across that way. And what it does is it'll block them into their spawn for one. It'll block their escape route pretty much to get around through the map, and it'll also allow your teammates to push up from every direction, you know. So it allows them to get set up on their spawn and stuff. Right now, he's. I'm pretty sure Clawyer knows that dead body falling from him, and hopefully he noticed that red dot on top of the bridge. You can see the red dot clearly on the bridge. So at this point, I'll probably try to readjust my positioning, and instead of being focused on this little walkway right here that he is right now, I'll probably try to roll over here and just walk over there and be hard scoped on this pathway right here, because it's looking like there's going to be someone trying to come across that way. So I'll try to readjust my position to focus on that if I were him. And you see, it worked out pretty good for him to stay posted up here anyway, but that's what I would have done. There you go. Yep. That was good. Alright, right now you can see there's someone over there, A hut. What I would usually do right here is just try to sprint around this corner as quick as possible and get back into this corner right here. And what that allows you to do is to just casually walk up over here and head glitch into this A hut. So we'll see what he does here. Okay, yep, that's good. I'm not sure if you noticed that dude shooting from right there, or maybe he assumed his ghost teammate was going to clear it out for him, but I probably would have, like, when I come around this corner, instead of just going that way, looked at the red dot on the radar and, you know, helped out my teammate if he needed it. Right there you can see a red dot, and so, yep, that's right. You should be ready to hard scope around the corner that way. And I don't know if you guys heard it, but I know I play with a headset, and I heard the footsteps to his right. So look at there's a dude going to that little spot to Cat B right there. Yep, there you go. You also see him on the radar too, and Clawyer doesn't seem to have noticed him there. And it works out. It works out okay for him there. Enemy napalm strike incoming. Bravo secure. Good job, Captain B here. One thing to take into account too is I tend to have a different play style. When I'm playing this map, you pretty much always find me around B hut, and failing that, I'll try to be pushing up in their spawn if they're spawning at A flag. You know, I'm always rushing, always trying to push their spawn, so it's worth noting that I have a different play style, I think, than Clawyer does. But that's cool, man. You know, you're allowed to play the game however you like. You know, as long as you're having fun. But yeah, I think Clawyer is more the type to just kind of meander around the map arbitrarily. This is a good play. Good on his part to cover the objective that way. Right now he's pretty much focused on covering B, but when you're up 149 to 76 and you got all three flags, I think you're allowed to freelance a little bit and run around the map and just have fun, you know. Now, what did he do wrong there? I would say here that once he sees that there's a red dot and only one green arrow on his radar, like right here you can see that a teammate just now died over there, and that they are currently losing A. So I would be sure to be, when I came around this corner, I would be hard scoping immediately and trying to look down that sight line first. This one right here, and then just kind of strafe over and be ready to aim down sights if necessary that way. So yeah, instead of like, I'm not sure what he does here. Yeah, he just kind of runs in there willy-nilly. That's definitely not the best way to go about it. You're going to want to turn the corner, hard scope, and try to isolate your angles. You know, look down that way first, and then kind of strafe and look down that way. Again, being ready to look down, you know, aim down the sights instead of just sprinting willy-nilly around the corner. That's a good way to get yourself killed. So I would have definitely done that differently. And we fire off so many shots there without knowing for sure that this whole area of the map, you know, I don't think right now I don't think he has UAV up right now, so he doesn't know for sure if there's any kind of traffic coming through here. As you can see, there's a few enemies that way, and of course there's a ghost noob right here. So after he fired a whole bunch of shots, right now you notice this grenade coming from that direction too. I don't know if you. I think I forgot to mention that a moment ago, but you see a grenade, an enemy grenade, clearly coming from that direction. when it's red like that as opposed to green, that means it's an enemy grenade. So that should give him a hint as to where the enemies will be coming from. You can also look at his mini map right now and see that entire area of the map right now, the villa, there are no teammates right there, and that's a real high traffic spawn point. There's always people spawning over there, so he should be kind of inclined to turn the corner and maybe look to the left and aim down the sights. But here he kind of, I think, ignores that and just chases that guy right there and fires a whole bunch of shots. I'd say another area in which he made a mistake right here is not shooting to kill. He didn't really have a clean shot lined up, and he probably would have been better off, if anything, let that guy get away rather than firing a shot and giving away his position. You should always shoot to kill. You should never give away your position without having a kill pretty much locked up, or at least having a clean shot lined up, you know. So now he is kind of exposed to the left side. His enemies have clearly heard gunfire coming from where he's at right now. I think see it on his radar. He fires quite a few bullets in that direction too. I guess trying to cover his teammate and give supporting fire. But as soon as he saw that movement to the left, he should immediately be thinking about pulling back this way, reloading his gun, and then maybe resetting up and trying to turn, go from there. So yeah, I'd say that's a mistake. Just kind of pull forward. A little bit careless on this part, I think. And how seriously you take the game at this point is up to you. I tend to be, I tend to trap pretty hard, I guess. But I definitely don't enjoy dying. So, how you play the game is up to you. But definitely there, I would have handled that a little bit differently. I don't want to say you should be cautious to the point where you're constantly creeping around the map, but anytime you see a battle going on, like you see your teammates dying or whatever, it's a good idea to be very, I don't want to say careful or cautious, but just to be kind of aware of what's going on and know that, like, given the fact that he didn't know that there was enemies up in the villa, that you probably should be more mindful of that, So I'll let the game go here a little bit. Okay, now here, instead of coming around this corner like that, where he has pretty much no cover at all, he's exposed right here. And what I would have done is come around through here, and you can jump up on top of this little sandbag thing right here, and just kind of roll around here to the left. As soon as you can actually just run straight through here. They're not going to kill you, unless they just land like a pretty much a perfect shot with like an M16 or G11 or something. But other than that, you're pretty much going to survive it. What I'll do is run through here and just come up behind this little piece of cover here, and then look that way first, this line of sight right here, and then just kind of roll towards the left a little bit, and then look through here. If he had done that, he would have seen the same guy and had a much better angle on him. So I would have definitely done that differently. You never want to, well, yeah, never mind. I mean, you're allowed to turn on people, but I think if you have better angles or better pieces of cover available to you. Okay, now right here, he now kills this guy. They have A flag and they're spawning at A flag, and you see some enemies on the map. So at this point, there's a couple enemies over there, and at this point, his best bet is to bail probably through here, I would say. Because if there's going to be enemies coming at him, they're going to be coming through this little area right here. Other than that, I would imagine what I would end up doing is probably coming through here and kind of check over here first, look to the right and look down below you and stuff. If that's clear, you can just do a little running jump up to this ledge right here and climb up there. At that point, you've got a great high ground, and oftentimes people don't even notice you up here. So you have time to look over here and then look over here and try to clear it out first, rather than just kind of rushing through here and hanging himself out the drive, more or less. So he's that guy there, and instead of once he killed him, he should have just kind of stayed posted up right here and reloaded, just in this little corner right here against the wall like that. Worst case scenario is like someone comes behind him and they'll have to look pretty far to the left to even notice him there. So he would have been good to reload his gun and have a little bit of cover there, especially in this little corner right here. So I would have done that instead of what he does right here, which is to back up and push out into basically right into where they're spawning. You see there's like 5 dudes spawning right around him, a ghost, and then 4. What is this? can see all kinds of enemies out here. So yeah, you definitely want to be don't want to be in that spot. Is what I'm trying to say. So whenever you're in their spawn, whenever you're in the, especially in the ruins, man, like whenever you're in their spawn, like you want to try to isolate your angles as much as possible, man. Let yourself exposed as little as possible. Um, all that good stuff. I hope that kind of makes sense. And it looks like the theater mode cuts us off right here. So I will put this boring commentary out of its misery right here. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.